personally very proud of all of you and eager to listen to all of your success stories, as I mentioned. As we are meeting you every year, since the beginning of our program, 2012, we began our program, and the first meeting we have done for Merck Foundation was 2013, and it was in this hotel and this place, this venue. And I'm very happy that this is happening almost every year, except the years of Corona pandemic, which we stopped and went only online.
As you know, we are very closely following up with all of you. And we're also following up with our long-term partnership with media societies. The presidents of these societies and University of Nairobi, of course, all are here. So we are very happy to meet you and meet our partners, and to emphasize our commitment, our long-term commitment to Kenya healthcare capacity building and transformation of patient care landscape in the country, all over the country, nationwide. As you are all aware, we, since 12 years now, we provided 1,570 and more scholarships for doctors from 52 countries in 42 critical and underserved specialties. Out of these scholarships, there is 165 scholarships provided to doctors from Kenya. This is a huge success, and I assure you, all of you are doing very well in these scholarships. That it's, of course, as I said, in 42 critical and underserved specialties of 1-year diploma, 2-year master degree, from very reputable universities in UK online, and also clinical training in India, Tata Memorial Hospitals, and in fertility and embryology, and very prestigious training institution, and like Milan University and so on. Manipal University and other IVF centers to train you for fertility specialists and embryology, which is part of Merck Foundation More Than a Mother, our signature campaign. As you know, 7 scholarships of this 165 was provided for oncology training and fellowship to develop and support cancer care capacity in Kenya. And as you know, also we included the diabetes and hypertension, which in the rise and in the country. So we included it in our program strongly. So we have 96 scholarships of 1-year PG diploma and 2-year master degree in diabetes, in preventive cardiovascular medicine, cardiology, and endocrinology, and all this for doctors across the country in different provinces to ensure that the equal and equitable diabetes and hypertension care solution provided, and everyone in the country, no one is left behind. Moreover, out of these 165 scholarships, there is 25 scholarships in fertility, embryology, and 1-year and 2-year master degree in sexual and reproductive medicine. I'm happy that many of you are here, so we're going to listen to your success story, testimonies, report of your impact on your community, and how to preventing infertility stigma and support and empower infertile ladies and childless couple. So it's very, very important. As you know, I'm sure all of you read and follow us strongly, and we are already also in our WhatsApp groups share with you all the news that we worked with African First Ladies, more than 24 African First Ladies over the past 6 years, worked as our ambassador for Merck Foundation More Than a Mother, and this is great work because they also worked with us to raise awareness about this, and we have also provided, or started since 5 years now, the Media Recognition Award, Song Recognition Award, and also Music and Fashion Recognition Award. We have with us many winners from Kenya in Media Recognition Award over the past 5 years, and we celebrate them online award ceremony every year. This is very important because as we know, we believe very much in critical role that art and media plays to be the voice of the voiceless, to break the silence about many critical, sensitive topics and issues that people sometimes feel stigmatized to talk about. We encourage them, we raise awareness, we separate myths from fictions and facts. This is very important to break the stigma, to raise awareness about infertility prevention, male infertility, but also support girl education, working on stopping FGM, ending child marriage, and stopping GBV. All of this also are included in our Africa TV program we created to be broadcasted on all TV channels in 3 languages in African countries. And one of them is KTN, of course, and I would like to invite you all to follow our Africa by Merck Foundation TV program, which address all these topics, which started in next 25th of May, every Saturday, 5 p.m., and repeated every Thursday, 6:30 a.m. So Saturday, 5 p.m. and Thursday, 6:30 a.m. It's 15 episodes, very informative, very also entertaining, and it will actually engage our youth and our communities in a vibrant and entertaining way to know more about these topics, which is very important for us. We have also, as you see, the animation movie that I'm going to invite you to watch one of it before Professor Frank's speech. It's very important for you because this animation movie, it's only 4 minutes length, but it's about sugar-free. It's about raising awareness about diabetes that can educate children, young people, and even adults in a very entertaining way how to prevent diabetes and how to diagnose diabetes. It's very important. But not only that, we have also another one about hypertension, which is called Mark's Pressure, also animation movie, and we have several other animation films about supporting girls' education, like Rescue Jacqueline and Ride into the Future. So these 4 are ready now, but we are also working on the rest of our storybooks that we launched before to be animation movie. And of course, in addition to our songs and our social media activities, we have more than 5 million followers. So I don't want to speak longer than this because we have a lot of speakers, and we have also the very important speech and the keynote speech of Professor Frank Stangenberg-Haverkamp, the chairman of Merck Foundation Board of Trustees and also the chairman of Merck KGaA. So I would like to thank you again, and I'm very, very looking forward to hear from you as well. Thank you very much.
Distinguished partners, future healthcare experts, alumni of the Merck Foundation, distinguished media partners, and winners of the Merck Foundation Awards. They're all waiting here for you. Thank you very much to each of you for being with us today. I'm very happy to be here again, a country very close to my heart, after meeting you all last in 2022. I'm personally excited to be here today with you to follow up our long-term partnership with the Kenyan medical societies and academia and underscore our continuous support to contribute to transforming patient care landscape in Kenya. I'm proud to share with you that Merck Foundation has provided for Kenyan doctors 165 scholarships of 1-year PG diploma and 2-year master degree in many underserved and critical medical specialties in Kenya. Specialties such as diabetes, preventive cardiovascular, endocrinology, sexual and reproductive care, gastroenterology, respiratory, acute medicine, clinical psychiatry, internal medicine, dermatology, neonatal medicine, urology, pain management, cardiology, critical care, rheumatology, fertility, embryology, oncology, and more. Virtually in every walk of medical life, we tried to qualify. The objective of this program is to contribute to building healthcare capacity with the aim to establish a strong platform of skilled and specialized healthcare providers across Kenya's public healthcare sector. In fact, our aim is to improve the overall health and well-being of people by building healthcare capacity across Africa, Asia, and other developing countries. So we are strongly committed and on our way to transforming patient care landscape through our scholarship programs. We strongly believe that empowering people will lead to a better future. We also believe good healthcare can transform the lives of individuals and families across all countries. It can significantly contribute to economic progress because healthcare is a major driver of economic growth and consequently of social progress. We should never forget that. We all know that the lack of financial means is not the only challenge in Africa, but a scarcity of trained healthcare personnel capable to tackle disease prevention, diagnosis, and management at all levels in the healthcare systems is the biggest challenge. A sweeping shortage of medical and healthcare manpower is a crucial limiting factor. As per the WHO 2017 report, just 168 medical schools are in the entire African continent. In some countries, just one medical school. In 24 countries, only one. And no medical school in 11 countries. Not to mention the Sub-Sahara Africa has 24% of the world's disease burden. Africa has only 2.8 healthcare workers per 10,000 capita. Furthermore, this is compounded by the maldistribution of workforce among urban and rural areas, and the public and the private sector. So it's all not too good and we have to work to improve it. For example, before the start of the Merck Foundation programs in 2012, there was not a single oncologist, fertility or reproductive care specialist, no dermatologist, respiratory or other specialists in countries like the Gambia, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Central African Republic, Guinea, Burundi, Niger, Chad, Ethiopia, Namibia, and so on. Therefore, together with our local partners, Merck Foundation continues their efforts in transforming patient care landscape through our Merck Foundation scholarship programs. Till today, more than 1,740 scholarships have been provided for young doctors from 52 countries in 42 critical and underserved medical specialties. That's quite a good record for the past 12 years. Many of them becoming the first specialists in their respective countries, like for example in Namibia, Liberia, Gambia, Burundi, Malawi, Sierra Leone, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and so on. Dear partners and alumni, last but not least, I and my colleagues are glad to meet you today here and to hear from you all your feedback, which is very important to us and to all of you, your success stories and experience gained from these training and educational programs. I congratulate you all already. I know many of you have already graduated and the rest are undergoing their scholarships successfully. And it's normally all done beside your normal working day. We appreciate that you are taking your studies seriously, as it will significantly contribute towards your future personal career and towards the quality of your practice. By this, you will further contribute to improving patient access to equitable and quality healthcare in Kenya in general. Today, we are also meeting and recognizing the winners of Merck Foundation Media Awards 2023. Also present here are our award winners from past editions since 2018. Of course, Corona made a problem in that respect, so we have to catch up today. Happy to meet you all. I'm very proud of all of you. We at Merck Foundation strongly believe in the critical role that media and art plays in creating a cultural shift and to address all social and health issues in our communities. I'm sure that all of you, as our social and health care champions, know that you can and will make a change, be the voice of the voiceless, and educate the communities about various social and healthcare issues in Africa, such as supporting girl education, very important, breaking the infertility stigma, ending child marriage, stopping GBV, and ending FGM, and also focus on health issues such as diabetes and hypertension prevention, and promote healthy lifestyles. That you can do every day by giving an example yourself. Dear Merck Foundation alumni, I would also like to acknowledge your role as health champions in your own communities and to acknowledge your collaboration with our media recognition winners. These media recognition winners are also Merck Foundation alumni like yourself. To help them to sensitize community members and separate myths from fact, hence raise awareness about different critical and sensitive social and health issues in a specific and scientific and ethical way. Let's all work together to further transform the patient care landscape in Kenya and of course across the African continent. So I'm looking forward to meeting you again after the rest of you graduated to celebrate their success stories and to listen to what you have experienced over the past years during your further education programs. Thank you very much for listening.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Absalam Sharif Abdullahi. I do work with the Minister of Health of Kenya. I'm currently doing postgraduate diploma in gastroenterology. And mine is brief one. Merck Foundation Scholarship has helped me to update my skills and knowledge about gastroenterology. That's helped me to provide appropriate and improved quality of care to patients with gastrointestinal diseases. And I have expanded my services to patients, because I'm in a place where there's no other physician. I'm the only physician in that place. So I can say, though I knew most of the disease, but at least I've got a time to read, learn more, and expand my knowledge about gastrointestinal disease. That's what I can say. Thank you.
For me, I did endocrinology. So I know you have media people, they're wondering, what is that? So endocrinology is, you understand there are glands. You have glands in your body, they produce hormones. So you have many hormones in your body, the thyroid, you have the adrenal glands, you have the pituitary hormones. So those are the kind of studies that you are doing. Diabetes is also part of it because, as you know, is a problem with the insulin. So that's what I've studied. And when I'm standing here, I'm appreciating the Merck Foundation. Thank you, Senator Kelej. Myself and my colleague, we have Dr. Florence, Dr. Irene. We really appreciate the system that the Merck Foundation has done. We have been in class for the last 3 years. We started our studies during the COVID time. We did our postgraduate diploma in diabetes, endocrinology, and then the master's in science in diabetes. And all funded the Merck Foundation. And we really appreciate, without you, we would not have been here where we are. I work in the public sector. We are being in a strike. Tomorrow you're back to work. So I work in Gatundu, level 5. This is in Kiambu County. And you know, in the central Kenya, we have a lot of diabetes. And since I started now studying with Merck Foundation, the knowledge that I've gained through the University of South Wales, I was able to initiate a diabetic clinic. And it has been running there. We see around 20 to 30 patients every day with the diabetes. And during the ward round now, with the knowledge, I'm able to mentor the interns and the medical officers, the clinic officer who are under my care. I'm also an executive member of the Kenya Diabetes Study Group with my colleague here, Dr. Eric and Irene. And we have done a lot of outreach. Training MOs in the counties on management of diabetes. We partner with Pharma like Microlabs, the Ministry of Health. We have done curricular development. We have been engaged in development of curriculum and guidelines, courtesy of the knowledge that I've gained from the training. So without it, I would not have been had the courage that I can be involved. I can be invited by the Ministry of Health to be part of the curricular development. Currently, we are doing the curricular development for the training, in-service training in the Kenya Medical Training Colleges, where we want to train clinic officers, we want to train nurses in diabetes care, because we realize a lot of our patients are being attended by those kind of people. And we feel we need now to know how do we down cascade this knowledge that we have, so that now our patients are not going, they get the best of care all the way from the health centers and the dispensary. So this is what my passion is. That's why I'm seeing the public health, because I see most of my patients are in the village. Actually, in the diabetic circles, I'm known as a village doctor. I love the village. And thank you again, the team, for that. I appreciate it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you heard, my name is Dr. Bugano Bunyoli. I'm a dedicated consultant obstetrician gynecologist serving this community of Nairobi in a public facility that is Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital. In the pursuit of my knowledge, the Merck Foundation was able to offer me the postgraduate diploma in 2021 in sexual and reproductive medicine. And then in 2022, I was able to do the master's in science in sexual and reproductive medicine. at the prestigious University of South Wales in the United Kingdom. Through this scholarship through the Merck Foundation, which I'm truly grateful, I acquired a lot of knowledge, not merely about academic achievement, but it also gave me the tools that empowered me to make a tangible difference in the lives that those I serve. Specializing in this delicate and often misunderstood area of infertility, I've been instrumental in guiding the patients through the intricacies of IVF and IUI as required. I've been able to start the infertility clinics in my facility, not only by just providing treatment, but also strive to educate and raise awareness about infertility and encouraging also the male factor involvement in it, which is quite we are not quite involved in it. Our goal mainly is to just dismantle the stigma surrounding this condition and illuminate the path to parenthood to those who actually dream of being pregnant. As we continue to advance in our understanding and treatment of infertility in our facility, we strive to let everyone remember that behind every statistic that we usually give out and read in our journals, is a story about a couple yearning to have a child. So we are trying also to be humane about it and advocate and mentor our younger doctors to it. Thank you.
I am a graduate of University of South Wales for 3 degrees, 2 diplomas, and a master's in diabetes. This has set me on a pedestal of improvement in my skills. I work at the University of Nairobi Staff Clinic, and I realized that after I completed my training, the days that I come into the clinic, all the patients with diabetes and endocrine problems, that is the glands that aren't talked about, have been pushed to me, which is of much help to the university staff, the people who work at the university. I've also started a clinic at Menelik to benefit the people who are around Menelik and in Nairobi. And the other thing that I've also been involved in is research. We are currently conducting a research in sexual dysfunction in persons with diabetes, the arousal study, as well as, and planning to do another study about hyperglycemia in pregnancy, the Sweet Mommy study. Thank you.
Dr. Paul Koigi is my name. Consultant, obstetrician and gynecologist, and reproductive endocrinology and fertility subspecialist here in Kenya. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Merck Foundation for the generous sponsorship that facilitated my participation in the postgraduate diploma in the sexual and reproductive medicine in the University of South Wales. It was a very humbling experience to go through each and every one of the 6 modules that they offered, having the chance to interact with a very interestingly high caliber of consultants across various specialties and subspecialties. And it was a privilege to go through the course and to score excellently in each and every one of the modules. I was equally grateful for the opportunity to upgrade that postgraduate diploma to a Master of Science in Sexual and Reproductive Medicine. And I'm truly grateful to Merck Foundation for that opportunity. I am grateful that I seized it. And since I undertook that course, I want to admit that it has actually changed my personal life, my perspective as a practitioner, and has also significantly impacted on the way I handle both my clients and my students. Currently, I have the privilege to serve in 3 capacities. In my workstation, I am a consultant obs-gyn as well as a fertility specialist. I also serve as the head of Department of Research, and I also serve as the editor-in-chief of one publication in the Nairobi Hospital and deputy editor-in-chief of another scientific publication for a professional society in Kenya. And also courtesy of Merck Foundation, I have had the opportunity to participate in the health and media healthcare reporting training package as one of the tutors. So I'm truly grateful for those opportunities. They have really impacted on my patients, where we are realizing better outcomes, and it has also empowered me to have a higher culture of excellence in the clinical practice. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Hilda Nabiswa. I've done the diabetes and endocrinology courses. I work at Kenyatta National Hospital in the endocrinology department. I'm very grateful to Merck Foundation for sponsoring me to pursue both the postgraduate diplomas in diabetes and endocrinology at the University of South Wales from 2020 to 2022. When I first applied for the diabetes course, I was working in a mission hospital, Chogoria Mission Hospital. It was extremely busy, and it was COVID time, and we were experiencing a surge in diabetes cases. So the knowledge I received at that point really helped me tremendously to take care of these patients and further increased my interest in endocrinology. My passion for diabetes grew, and as a result, I started a social media awareness platform known as diabetesdoc.ke. You can get me on Instagram, TikTok, X, etc., YouTube. So far, I've discussed on all those platforms and other social media platforms to raise awareness on diabetes. It makes me happy when I get DMs telling me that the information that I have spread was able to make someone get tested for diabetes and start treatment early, just because they watched my video somewhere. I'm also passionate about diabetes remission through weight loss, and I have a weight loss program targeted for those who have early onset diabetes and weight challenges to help them stand a chance at diabetes remission. I'm an executive member of the Kenya Diabetes Study Group, and I've been involved in many trainings and lectures. I recently got a scholarship through the NIH, and it will be based at the Yale and Stanford University in the US to pursue global health. And I'm going to do this through a research aimed at integrating diabetes care into HIV clinics. My goal is to pursue NCD awareness and research and improve the data that's coming from sub-Saharan Africa. As all this may not have been possible without Merck Foundation, who offered me the breakthrough opportunity. I pray that many more deserving scholars who wish to create an impact in the society can benefit from this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much to the Merck Foundation.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Hussein Jivanji. I'm based here in Nairobi. Currently, I work as a cardiology fellow at the Karen Hospital. Merck sponsored me to do an MSc in Preventive Cardiology. Initially, it was a postgraduate diploma, which was then followed with an MSc from 2021 to 2022. Now, at the time that I finished the course, I was working in a remote setup in Makueni County. With the knowledge gained from the postgraduate diploma and the MSc, I began the first cardiology clinic in Makueni County, where we were seeing patients with hypertension, heart failure, lipid disorders, and I think that clinic is still running as of now. It's helped impact a lot of the people in the facility. Personally, the MSc has given me an opportunity to progress in my career, because after I got the opportunity from Merck to do the MSc, I managed to get into a clinical cardiology fellowship at the Karen Hospital, which I'm pursuing, and I'm in my second year. Through the MSc, I also did a research into the common causes of heart failure in sub-Saharan Africa. Going forward, I wish to complete my cardiology training, continue to practice preventive cardiology in Kenya, get those blood pressure targets in check, get the lipids in check, so that we can prevent that heart attack or that stroke from happening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mark.
My name is Dr. Janet Koros. I'm a consultant physician and head of Department Medicine at the Kenyatta University Teaching Research and Referral Hospital. I'd like to start to offer my gratitude to the Merck Foundation for giving me the opportunity to pursue a postgraduate diploma in endocrinology from the University of South Wales, UK. As a correction, it's still, for me, I'm still a student, let's say 3/4 way through the course. From this, I can say I was actually motivated by working in the public sector where there is lack of specialized human resource. And this motivated me to actually look for opportunities out there to specialize. And why endocrinology? We have a growing burden of non-communicable diseases in our population. And as we know, diabetes and endocrinology disorders have a huge burden in this. So the course has equipped me to have comprehensive understanding about the intricate workings of the endocrine system. It has allowed me to diagnose and treat complex hormonal disorders even as I run my physician clinic. I'm more confident, and this has even translated just beyond my current practice because I work in a teaching and research hospital. We have students, we have residents, we have a lot of medical officers, and I'm able to mentor them through bedside teachings, through continuous medical education sessions. So I think this course is an impact more to me, but also to the people around me. I've also been able to network by joining through this course. I was able to join the Society Kenya Diabetes Study Group, where I've networked with other specialists who are ahead of me. And this has really impacted because I'm able to attend conferences, symposiums, workshops that have increased my knowledge in endocrinology. And I look forward, beyond this, I look forward to pursuing a postgraduate diploma in Dermatology and possibly an MSc in endocrinology. Once again, I'd really like to thank the Merck Foundation. Thank you.
All protocol observed. My name is Mwango Anson. I'm a physician currently practicing in Eastern Kenya. I am based at Kitui County in Mwingi Central Sub-County. The hospital is called Mwingi Level 4 Hospital. I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to Merck Foundation for the opportunity to initially study the postgraduate diploma in gastroenterology, and consequently now, recently complete the Master's in Science in Gastroenterology. I didn't expect to speak, so I think I'll just end it at that. Sorry? Oh, yes, for sure. Okay. We have, this was about a year and a half ago. When I was still doing my master's in internal medicine at the Kenyatta National Hospital, we had the opportunity to see a 25-year-old young girl who had presented with what appeared to be features of liver disease. We eventually were able to identify her as a case of likely what we call autoimmune hepatitis and cascade care for her. And we've been able to educate and gradually encourage her to seek care for it. She came in what looked like chronic liver disease, so we've even started discussions about transplant thereafter for her. So with the knowledge acquired from the program in Merck, I was able now to understand and probably easily cascade this knowledge to such a young patient.
My name is Dr. Margaret Nyakenywa Mbuga. I'm an OBGYN working in the public sector. I work in Kiambu Level 5. I have a passion for infertility. So when I applied for this, thank you, Professor Koigi, for bringing this to our doorstep. When I applied for this, I actually had a passion, but I didn't know how to go about it. So thanks to Merck Foundation, I was able to be picked. I am not yet done with my course. I'm still in my 4th module, basically 3/4 way done. So the impact it has had, I've been able to conduct fertility clinics in a public facility. We know that in Kenya, most of the fertility treatment is offered in Nairobi. So we are trying to diversify and at least bring the services closer to the people. The one thing I would really want us to get is probably liaise with labs that are here. I'm sure Professor Koigi, you can facilitate that, so that in as much as we are done with the course, then you also are able to have hands-on practice, and you're able to impact in the society. I love the fact that it's an online course for those of us who love analog. and you have a whole library full of books at home, and you're highlighting and all. This has been purely online. It was a challenge initially, but I appreciate the fact that education has been brought to our doorstep, and you can access it anytime, anywhere, and it's very flexible. I'm seeing my classmates here. There's Mumira Mushiri. It's a pleasure to be here among you, and thank you so much for this opportunity. I pray that I can be able to also go for the MSc program also, and I would want to travel with you guys. Why not? Thank you.
My name is Dr. Mushiri. First and foremost, I am an OBGYN. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist based in the village in Kiambu County, in Gatundu Level 5 Hospital. I want to say a very big thank you to the Merck Foundation for thinking about us in this region and for bringing this course to the doctors in this region. As the previous speakers have said, the challenge was we wanted to offer these services, especially to the less needy in society, and I think we've been able to do that. As I have seen, I had mentors not only here but in this group specifically, Dr. Wairago there. She's the one who signed my course release from my hospital to be able to do this course part-time, so thank you. And since I finished the PGD, we've been able to incorporate infertility clinic services in our hospital systems. We've been able to partner with other providers in providing the care, the much needed care. There's much more that can be done, but I think when we not only should we work as individuals but as a team, I have seen people from whom we come from the same region here and from whom we share the same interests. I think if we can collaborate together, we can be able to do much more. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. David Kayaja Wafula. I'm very grateful to Merck Foundation. They gave me a chance to train in Manipal, India, in assisted reproduction and clinical embryology. What I can say is that what this course did to me, it gave me the confidence in handling patient specimens, in the results that I normally give to the patient. It has given me the confidence, because I work in a University of Nairobi, a teaching institution, and my skills I'm able to pass to the students with the confidence because I know what I did in Manipal. It gave me all that I needed. So I'm very, very grateful to Merck Foundation and everyone that was involved in training me to achieve this course. Thank you.
Thank you. The Chairman, Merck Foundation, CEO, and the President, More Than a Mother campaign, Rasha, Kelej, all protocol observed. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a great pleasure to be standing in front of you all here, and indeed, my sincere gratitude. My name is Godfrey Limiri. I work in the public sector, Kenyatta National Hospital, as a laboratory technologist. I'm a beneficiary of Merck Foundation sponsorship. I did embryology at Manipal University, that is India. I am really indeed very grateful to Merck Foundation in its endeavors in capacity building in this branch of science. In fact, even to the great length taken to ensure the success of this program. I was put in one of the prestigious university in India, that is Manipal University. It's constituent college in Kasturba Medical College, India. Indeed, I should say that the mode of training was so effective in that the way practicals and theory part was blended together made it so effortlessly to acquire the skills and indeed the knowledge. Of course, embryology is divided into various sections, which of course I was able to go through. And we were able to rotate in all the sections. I do work at Kenyatta National Hospital, whereby plans are underway to put up a facility, fertility facility. And to this extent, we were introduced to Merck Foundation to pursue this course in the preparation of the same. The center may not be happening and running at the moment, but of course, I've been able to team up with one of the fertility specialists in the country, and I'm able to practice embryology so that I can polish my hands-on skills. Again, I will say thank you very much to Merck Foundation and for the opportunity accorded to me. Thank you very much.
Merck and the University of Nairobi is a long story. I will start with the unsung heroes. Leonard Saika, just show them where you are. This story started with Leonard as an employee of Merck Pharma. And they wanted to make an impact beyond pharma. And a simple story between friends. Then Dr. Rasha came in. And the rest is water under the bridge. But we started off as symposia. 1 day symposia, teaching diabetes, and we did that for a few years. And I know when I was talking about the strength of any university's training, Dr. Rasha, now your faith in what you are saying and picking it up is showing itself. Now we are not going to disagree anymore. Because at that time, it was difficult to see pharma training, what is it? And this impact, I must tell you, is unique, and no other pharma or even the Gates Foundations and have reached this level of impact in a country or a continent at the level of service. So from symposia, 1 day symposia, picking up the word training, you have expanded it to cover NCDs, and then the advocacy bit, now the press is in, and all sections of NCD, hypertension, diabetes, oncology, endocrinology, infertility, name it. And you have 165 people, which is half, say about a quarter of the training that the University of Nairobi is offering in postgraduate. That is unparalleled. I'm glad that is our people, the ones who are training, and they're expanding and transforming health care and lives and maybe livelihoods wherever they are beyond the referral hospital. And this impact can only expand, and thanks to Merck. Professor Frank, you're special for you to facilitate, to have faith in your people, Leonard Saika and Dr. Rasha, and allow them to do what they are doing and see these intellectuals and servicemen changing people's lives is within about 10 years or thereabouts. This was made possible by Professor Kibwage, who had faith in what we were talking about and allowed this parallel training to be done to year fives at that time, of finalists, undergraduates. Then, when they saw the value of training, they moved to that postgraduate, they moved to fellowship in oncology, and much more that we've talked about. So we thank Merck Foundation most sincerely. You are special because I'm still in training, and we have not partnered with anybody else to this level. We are trying to do other partnerships, but they don't have much faith as you did have in starting through simple conversation as we did with Dr. Leonard and assisted by Dr. Rasha, and now the advocacy wing, that is the media, is on board. So you will highlight the good things, and we'll also bring up the challenges and how training can help confront these challenges and solve those issues that are affecting human beings or humanity in Kenya. So, Merck Foundation, you're special. Professor Frank, the chair of that foundation and the funding agency, God bless you. Rasha, now you're a bishop. Thank you very much. Leonard, thank you for uplifting your country to this level. And asanteni sana for having faith and showing intellectualism and service to your countrymen. Thank you.
Frank Stangenberg, the chairman of Merck Foundation, and my friend Senator Dr. Rasha Kelej. We have worked for a very long time, during the initial stages in particular, in establishing this movement. I call it a movement, but of course my interest was on Merck more than a mother strategy. I would like to call it a program or a strategy. And what I see here is success. Some of the people I say they are good and I ticked that they can go for the training are the ones I'm seeing here. And this is really fantastic as far as I'm concerned. The impact is great. We did theorize the fact that if we get a critical number, the practice will change. We identify lack of knowledge, lack of skill as the main issue. And then we also identify something else that we are going to deal with, and I saw the animations. All right, that is the knowledge of the consumer. That's another aspect that is important in provision of infertility services. So basically, knowledge is key in both service provision and consummation of the service. So we need to do a lot of work on that. And I think we are approaching the critical time. I think we're about 30 trained specialists or potential specialists in reproductive practice. We have a limitation of where practicals can be done. But I say that Merck is still taking people out so that they can be trained in the actual physical provision of the service. And that is very good. Thank you very much. It's an expensive service, so it is not easy to just go and integrate. But I think everybody is very well motivated to provide the service effectively, because that's what we need. So here we are. Knowledge is most important. I think we urge you to continue providing more knowledge to these people, and we lay a strategy, like you laid before, of empowering the patient to make choices, to be able to choose service provision. And eventually, I think we will win. I can see that. So what impact do we have? That's the impact. And we have a plan B so that we can enhance the impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Chairman, CEO of the Merck Foundation. The picture you see there is that of Professor Isaac Kibwage, who is my Vice Chancellor at Egerton University. He's out of town, out of the country, on official duties as a Vice Chancellor. But when he received this invitation, he asked me to represent him. He has made sure he has reminded me more than once that I should attend this meeting on his behalf. You know, I was kind of surprised, so I said, this must be very important to Professor, so I must be here. And he therefore sent me to represent him and say, do you wish to be here? But because of these other duties, take it that you have seen him. Other than him sending me, I know about Merck, mainly through Professor Kibwage. And I know Kibwage, as you had Professor CF and other colleagues, Kibwage was previously the principal of the College of Health Sciences at the University of Nairobi, and you've had his initial role of this movement. Then he came down to Nakuru, to Egerton University, where we have, for those of you who think is only University of Nairobi in this country, where we have a school that I had. We teach medical students. Unfortunately, we don't have beyond the basic course. We churned out MBCHB graduates, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. We also have clinical medicine and human nutrition. What I must say, other than being here on his behalf, is I'm thoroughly impressed. By the time we were graduating with the CFOTNO, having been taught by Koigi, the much we knew was graduating with that MBCHB degree. And then and we thought M.Med was the end. But we appreciate, now that to give that kind of service to this community, we need to do more. And therefore, on my own behalf, I'm grateful that Merck Foundation has seen it fit to sponsor, to offer these scholarships, to do beyond master's programs, so that we have better. After all, we now have several thousands of basic degree holders at MBCHB level, and also M.Med, and that we need to move to the next level and beyond. And for this, I think I just want to say thank you very much. And I look forward to working with you, myself, more closely now that I had a school, and I wish my school to be involved much more, just like UON is doing, such that probably at the moment, beyond myself and Professor Kibwage, we want to involve our students and the M.Med programs that we are going to develop soon. We want to incorporate these ideas and then do super specializations. Thank you very much. In Nakuru, we say asante sana.
So thank you so much, and I'd like to acknowledge the presence, Merck Foundation, Dr. Professor Frank, Dr. Senator Kelej. Would like to thank you so much. And for me, I think I was one of the pioneer beneficiaries of this particular scholarship program back, I think, in 2016 or 2017. And it's truly grateful now to see a lot of my colleagues. I'm counting 6 fellow endocrinologists who are sitting in the room now, all courtesy of the program. I had the benefit of actually being their referees into the program. And now I have the benefit of actually signing them into the specialty with the medical board, and I've been able to endorse all of them. And we have 3 who are going to be registered very soon as board certified endocrinologists in the country. We have Dr. Carol Mithi. I think she's the last person I endorsed. She's our newest board certified endocrinologist, and we are truly proud to have the impact of this program is huge. And now we are looking at probably a pool of around 25 board certified endocrinologists from a number of around, I think probably 8, maybe just 10 years ago. So it's a huge, huge impact for a country of 55 million people who can now benefit with improved care in the field of diabetes and endocrinology. It's helped the society grow. I'm part of the Kenya Diabetes Study Group, and the people who've come to give testimonials are all members of the executive committee. And in fact, we now have a very large conference coming up in just 3 weeks' time. We invite you all to Mombasa for the 9th Kenya Diabetes Study Group annual conference at Pride Inn, Shanzu. So, and these are all members sitting here who've been able to make this a reality. So we are truly grateful. For me, I think it's helped the society grow. Kenya Diabetes Study Group has now been able to be almost at par with our big brother societies, Kenya Cardiac Society, Kenya Renal, and the rest. So we are truly grateful, and it is truly impactful. I work at Aga Khan University myself, and in fact, we just completed 4 months of our endocrinology training module, and it was truly a pleasure now for me to invite external faculty to come and teach our residents. So all the people who were able to come give testimonials here were able to take part in our lecture series for endocrinology at the Aga Khan University Hospital. So I'm truly grateful. So you can see now the spread of knowledge from University of Nairobi to people teaching in the counties now even coming to teach in our private tertiary facilities. So I'm truly grateful. Keep doing the good work. And I truly thank Leonard. I think these scholarships came first to Kenya Diabetes Study Group, and he told us, look for people who are interested in diabetes. We as KDSG did the vetting, we did interviews, and we are truly grateful that this program has grown. So thank you so much, and have a good evening.
Yeah, so I also just want to join everyone to say thank you very much to Merck Foundation because of the opportunity that everyone is talking about. And I think indeed I'm also part of that testimony. The fact that I did the postgraduate diploma in diabetes and later the MSc in diabetes has opened a lot of doors. Part of what Eric was talking about and also other colleagues were talking about, opening clinics, seeing a lot of patients out in the periphery. And I think it's really been a true honor to just carry on the good name of Merck Foundation. So I also want to join everyone and to say thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I actually thought this was passing, but she just remembered I'm sitting there and I have to justify why I'm taking the podium. Thanks. I'd like to really appreciate the leadership of Merck Foundation, Professor and the CEO, Dr. Rasha. Excellent work you've been doing. My name is Bernard Samia. I head the Kenya Cardiac Society as the president. It's really humbling to see these great faces talk to us about the training they've gone through and the impact it has had in their clinical practice and the influence in communities. And more so, the way Dr. Rasha talks about taking this training to individuals, to communities, it's really humbling. And thanks so much, madam. We really appreciate what Merck Foundation is doing. As a society, we really are cognizant of the fact that cardiovascular diseases are really on the rise. Probably the latest data in Kenya, about a quarter of deaths happening in Kenya because of cardiovascular diseases. Morbidity is also high, cost of treatment is high, so we are really trying to up the game to manage cardiovascular diseases. And obviously one of the key hindrances to this is human resource. So we are grateful to Merck Foundation that you have helped us to train as many clinicians as possible. We don't have many training schools, especially at a specialized level for cardiovascular medicine, but the great work you're doing will really help us to really complement those few training schools that are there. And I'm happy that these great individuals are not just doing clinical work, they're also getting involved in research and other activities. We are marking World Hypertension Month this May. We, as Kenya Cardiac Society, together with the help of some of the graduates here, we've just finished development of cardiovascular disease guidelines. This is a revised edition 2024. The last one we had was 2018. We hope to be launching it on the 17th of May during the World Hypertension Day in partnership with the Ministry of Health in Machakos. So, it's great work really training these great minds and the impact that they're going to have in society. And thanks to Merck, and we really like the sustainability of the program, that you're not just doing for this group alone, this will go on and on and on. Yes. So thank you very much, Merck.
Thank you very, very much.